Hi, this is Jeanette Harris, and you're watching Elements of Jazz TV.
Elements of Jazz, your visual jazz experience.
Spaghettinis went great. I hadn't been here for at least 7 years, back before they did the remake of the whole place. And so it was nice to come back with my own band. Part of this show was for a toy drive. So if you brought a toy, you got a free My Christmas CD, Smooth Holiday Greetings. I'm from Fresno, California. My father, Floyd Harris, and Annette Harris, my mother, started me on piano. And they just thought, you know, I want my daughter to be this great pianist. I hated it. I didn't like it. So my parents were really supportive, got me a sax, and got me a good private teacher, and the rest is history.
I'm Floyd Harris, and I'm from Fresno, California. And today we had a very invigorating day. I played tuba, I played guitar. He showed her how to play this Amazing Grace, and she actually started playing it on the guitar. I said, well, why don't we just teach her how to get her someone to teach her how to play the piano? And so after we taught, she took the piano lesson, she said, well, Daddy, this is just not for me. And so we didn't force her, you know, we rented her a saxophone. And after we rented her the saxophone, she started really playing it. So we went on after that and bought her a saxophone, and she was playing that saxophone ever since.
I'm so blessed to have my brother as my drummer. I also call him my bodyguard and my sound tech, and he's just an amazing guy. My parents started J&M Records, Jeanette and Mike Records, and they did it because, you know, we were having a hard time getting with the record company. And so they said, well, we'll start this company and basically invest in our kids.
First of all, I think that's an honor to have her on the record label, because for a father to foot that kind of bill and finances with an 8-hour job is really a chore, but I'm honored to be able to do that. I think that she appreciates it, and she doesn't. She works very hard trying to make this CD the best she can, and she putting her heart into it, so it makes it okay.
My first CD was Reflections under J&M Records, and my favorite song is Reflection. Saxified was the second CD, and that one's doing really good as well. My favorite song on that one is probably a tie between You Can Dance and Saxy. And I have to say, actually, there's one more too, Saxified, which I co-wrote with Norman Brown, and I think that's cool. And Norman Brown then used that same song on his CD 24/7, which is The Best Is Yet to Come. And so that was an honor to have Gerald Albright and Norman Brown playing a song that I co-wrote with Norman Brown. But I finally did my Christmas CD, Smooth Holiday Greetings, and it has some of my favorite holiday songs on it. The one we're working on now is Summer Rain, that will be released in 2013. And I'm also working on a perfume fragrance also that'll be out with it, Summer Rain perfume. I selected Berklee College of Music because that was the music school to go to. I mean, if you want to be a pro and a professional, you go to Berklee College of Music. They called it the Harvard of music, and I think Berklee really helped me to become a true professional, understand what you need to do to give a great show, and also taught me a lot of knowledge about the past great musicians, from Charlie Parker to John Coltrane, Miles Davis. So I mean, you know, it wasn't just about playing music, it was also learning the history of music. So I'm blessed that I got a scholarship to go to Berklee, and I thank Berklee College of Music for preparing me for the world. My favorite collaboration was with Teena Marie. She actually was a special lady. I was blessed to perform with her, and I learned a lot from her. When I got the call to tour with Teena, I was really excited because I was already a fan. And then to be able to be on stage with her, and she was big on a female saxophonist, so she would feature me. The band was great. We were all friends and supportive, you know. So I think Teena Marie was just fun, and I think just having someone who believed in me the way she did, it kind of reminded me of how my parents believed in me. I took her passing pretty bad. You know, I toured with her for a year, and it was a shock, you know, to everyone. But, you know, like I said, you know, God works in mysterious ways. I can't be angry. I just have to be thankful for the time I had. Being an African-American female saxophonist, you know, is unique. It's not a lot of us out there. A lot of people look at a sax as a man's instrument, and it's not. It's for everyone. It's cool because a lot of young girls, African-American, Hispanic, regardless of their race, come up and just say, I just love you. You know, I want to play, I want to play like you. And you know, you inspire me, and I meet some of their parents who thank me for, you know, inspiring their young girls to see where they could potentially be if they work hard. If you want to find my music, you can first visit my website where I have all of the links. The website is JeanetteHarrisBand.com. I'm on Facebook, Jeanette Harris, Twitter @Saxify. So, you know, come check me out. I personally answer all of my messages. Yes. So send me a message. I will get back to you. And then, of course, CD Baby, iTunes, Amazon. You can type in my name. It'll all pop up. To say to all of my fans and supporters, thank you so much, because without you, there's no me. So I just thank you all, and I love you, and I hope to see you guys in your neck of the woods soon.